Bless the Lord, oh my soul. All within me, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Forget not all his benefits. He forgives all your sin. He heals all your brokenness. He redeems your life from the pit. Crowns you with mercy, crowns you with love. Slow to anger, rich in love. His compassion rises like the sun from the heavens, high above. Great is his love for everyone. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Every heart be given him praise. As far as the east from the west, he has carried my sins away. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Let his mercy cover the night. From everlasting to everlasting, his kingdom rules in light. Justice for all who are oppressed. He made his ways known to Moses, his acts to the children of Israel. As a father has compassion on the children that he loves, so the Lord shows compassion to the ones who fear his name. He remembers we are dust. Our days are like the grass, but his mercy never fades. His faithfulness will last. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Every heart be given him praise. As far as the east from the west, he has carried my sins away. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Let his mercy cover the night. From everlasting to everlasting, his kingdom rules.
All right, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Purpose Driven Trader live stream. We're going to go ahead and get started here. My voice is even more groggy today. You're going to hear it as I talk, but we'll be able to get through it. I'm excited for today. Yesterday I got off stream and I saw the push. We went to take that long. Do you guys remember that long? You guys remember the long that I took yesterday? It was right here. It was right there. Remember, see, I got stopped out by like 4 points. Well, I got off and I saw these 3 candles and I said, I'm getting back in. So I got back in and I ran it all the way up to here. I'm like, I keep getting stopped out. I'm like, what's up with this stop out stuff? How many of you have seen me call it correctly too many times? Sorry, I have the Trade Companion running through some stuff for me right now. How many of you have seen me call the trade, show you where it's going to go, I get stopped out, and then it runs right to target? It's happened too many. My sound is bad. Testing. I hear the sound. I see the odd. I think it's my voice, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure it's the way I'm talking. Sound is low. It has been I've been the culprit of that for so many times. It's been honestly ridiculous to the point that I'm just like, I need to adjust my stop because I've been stopped out so many times that way. So I currently have the Trade Companion running through my morning routine or my morning briefing just to see what I'm still improving it. But it's getting better and better each time I do it. Oh, let's see. Is it this? It'd be here. Share. There it is. So I have it currently working. It just finished. Here's my morning 2026 briefing. It tells me what levels have already been hit. And I'm working on some VIX levels and some weekly regimes on what kind of market we're currently in to help identify if it's more of a trendish or consolidation type day. Here it goes. Honest read is that it's a bearish trend morning, not a spot to fade into strength blindly. If you're stocking shorts towards lower liquidity, we have some London lows. We have new week opening gap that we could see it retrace back to and continue lower. There it goes. Gives you its analysis of what it thinks it's going to do. Yeah, what do we got for news today? Rate decision at 8:15 and 8:45. Today's Thursday. Unemployment claims happen at 7:30 this morning. Yeah, I'm okay with trading right now. There's nothing else. Tomorrow there's no news tomorrow. Flash PMI. You know, that used to be red folder news. They changed that to yellow. Or at least orange folder news. Let's jump out to the daily time frame right now and let's take a look. Okay, so we got a gap from our opening from yesterday right here. That gap, and we've pushed lower and we're sitting right at the daily low. We're going to run that. There's just no doubt in my mind. So it's going to run that and probably run further down into the monthly fair value gap. That's what we should anticipate. So we have this daily low sitting here. We'll mark out, and then I'm going to mark out the previous week low is also a target. What's the outlook on gold? Well, if we go down, historically it goes higher. So higher prices on gold, baby. To the moon. Let me get a little bit of background music here. we got an affirmation loaded for today. We'll be doing that. And let me get some music here. Let's see what this sounds like. Nah, too slow. I want some lo-fi. We'll do this one because we've done it before. Market's gonna open here in a couple minutes. You bet. Monte. Good morning, Kay. Folks, I've made a decision here. I was thinking the other day. Actually, I was thinking this morning and yesterday. And despite what it may seem, trading in front of people is extremely difficult. And I find myself not taking trades that I would want to take. Because here's the market opening. We're going to run this low real quick and probably push higher is my guess. So we'll drop down here. There's the push. And we'll either drop like a rock, or we're going to get some form of retracement. I wouldn't mind seeing a retracement up to here. But we're going to give the first 15 minutes some time to figure it out. But like I was saying, I find myself missing or wanting to take a trade that, a discretionary trade that follows my rules, but it can seem more impulsive. It's not necessarily impulsive. It's just this discretionary of understanding that I've been in front of the charts for so long that sometimes I just know. But it doesn't necessarily line up perfectly with my rules or the timing that I want. And what I've decided to do, and I'm making it public because I'm trying to alleviate some of this pressure at times. I know you guys don't care, but naturally, people are going to watch the live stream. They're going to watch a stream where they see somebody winning more often. It's just the truth. It's just how it is. And so when I follow my rules and I take more losses, when I know that I can win, like yesterday, I ended the stream red, but I took one more trade and I ended it green. See what I mean? So I'm going to include one discretionary trade out of my 4 trades per day. I'm I'm going to include one discretionary trade. I'm going to allow a discretionary type trade, not to overtake everything else I'm doing, but just to give myself the psychological permission to take something I see, even though I'm on a live stream with you guys. I feel this responsibility to make sure that I'm teaching you the right way to do it. There is a level of discretion you need to have as a trader. It's just, for me, I think part of my edge is my discretion. That's just part of that ability that you gain over time. So I want to still capitalize on that, even though it might seem as if I'm being impulsive. All right, so we swept some of these lows here and we're pushing higher. We have 1 minute inversion. I'm not going to take this because it's before my time, but this does not look terrible at all. That would turn into an inversion right here, and it would run to this high if it closes above it. Especially with that slap at 930 right there. Do you see how that wick just came back, tapped 930 immediately? These are some of the things that I watch for, and these are like the discretionary moments that I'm referring to, that I see things happen so much that it's like, I see it. So for example, if that hit 930 level and then closed green or started pushing higher and it was before the time, I would probably take that trade because I've seen that happen so many times. What's up, Macy? You are a trader and a father. Are there any things from fatherhood that you can apply to trading? Absolutely. 100%. So I've applied trading to my children's journey, and I've invited them into my own journey. All right, so you see how it's closed above 930? That's a great sign right there. Still would want to be patient here because I see a lot of back and forth, but there's a good shot that we're running towards that high right there. If not, these highs up here. So, to answer the question about fatherhood, that looks good. Now, I personally would wait for it to close lower because we're seeing see all the back and forth. Okay, either I would miss it, or I'd wait for that retracement candle to come back down somewhere around here. Come back and retag this because we see all this overlapping candles right here right now. Why would I assume it's not going to do the same here? That's how I would approach that. So even if it was just that little wick that came down. So the thing is, I've invited my kids into my journey for day trading. And I've been teaching my kids what hard work looks like. I've been teaching my kids what it means to run after a goal and achieve a goal. I've been teaching my kids what consistency looks like. Because they tell me they want to do these things. My middle son, he says he wants to play football in the NFL. He has the skills to do it. He really does. But does he have the work ethic? Does he have the tenacity and does he have the ability to stick through the hard things and do the things that you have to do when nobody else wants to do them? This is something that I've been teaching them, and I've been showing them through day trading, through the hours of backtesting, through the hours of studying, through the hours of being patient. I've been taking them on that journey. There's a level of responsibility I feel to teach my kids these things and to actually walk it out myself, because I know they're watching me. So, in short, that's what I would say. All right, so see how this wick is telling us everything, and this wick is the clue. So this wick tells us with the immediate that we could go higher. This wick right here, respecting 930, is the clue that we're going to run this high, and potentially these right here. I have no problem with what you're saying, but what I think is wrong to say how much you make off screen. Do what you think is good for you, but I think we don't need to know what you make. I disagree. If I only show you what I'm doing on here and I don't tell you anything on what I do outside, the only view of what you think I am is what I do on screen. And whether I pass something or blow an account off screen, I need to communicate that, and I'm going to communicate that. That to me is the transparency side that is important. I want people not to just get the picture that I want them to see. I don't want them just to see the picture that I want them to see. And too many times you see that with traders. They're going to show you what they want you to see. I'm going to share the ups and downs because that's the reality of trading. You don't get this smooth ride into the clouds with trading. It is a bumpy ride. It's a journey. And I don't want to give any false pretenses of what people think it should look like. You know what I mean? I respect how you're putting that way, but I think it's important for just people on their own journey. Somebody always coming to my screen and seeing one thing or the other and not hearing the whole story, I think is what I wish when I was following traders did for me. Streams are educational for sure. We're all responsible for our trades. There is no winners during the live stream. We are still learning. Thank you for transparency. You bet, Andre. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I get it. I think me being gone for 2 weeks was the first time in 2.5 years that I've traded without an audience. I'm not gonna lie, it felt amazing. And my trading was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. It's just like, wow. It really showed me the difference between trading on stream and trading on my own. It's like the pressure was like, it wasn't there. It's crazy. That's really when I started seeing the difference. Telling and being honest is fine, but we don't need to see anything. Yeah, I'm not showing any charts or anything. If I do, it would be inside the academy anyway. I'll show whatever inside the academy. I don't think you have to show your executions, what you do off screen, etc. live, but what I think would help in the Discord community is simply showing your past executions for the day. Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why I want to do the live stream. I'll be honest with you, I hate paperwork. I hate administrative tasks. So me sitting inside here, live streaming and doing it live is significantly easier than having to go back and then upload stuff. You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to do live streams, because I like being in front of people. I like talking, and I like doing less work. And this kind of did that. But any off-screen trades, I could do that. Or any trades I do when we're not on the live stream. I'd like to see how you make money off screen. You bet. Same way as before. Same way as I do here, but just less pressure. I don't understand it. It's just is what it is, though. Yeah, Caxton, I totally get that. For me, it's, I think for the vast majority of people, look at this candle here. I'm really liking this. It's really telling us direction. I think the vast majority of people love are free floaters, not in a bad way. They go with the wind. They don't have strong discipline. They don't have consistent rules and principles they follow in their life. Yeah, the hardcore ones that, I'm a believer, I don't do drugs, I don't do this, I don't do that. But the small little daily disciplines in our life, most people struggle with. And I find that when the Holy Spirit's leading us, at least for me, and I'll speak for myself, he leads me in the form of, what do you need to be consistent at, Tyler? There are times where he'll lead me and he'll be like, hey, pay attention. But a vast majority of the time, he's teaching me the hard work involved of being consistent and working through things and going through the journey, going through the process, because there's so many lessons in that. So many of us want that shortcut of, Lord, just take the addiction away right now so I never have to deal with it again. That's what we want. We want God to step in and, transform our lives, and he can. And I would never say he won't, and I've seen it happen to so many people being delivered. But the Lord will take us on this journey of what it's called walking out our salvation. What it means to live a discipline, what it means to live a life in Christ. And we have to actually walk that out. And I find that for trading, it's the journey answer for me. He wants me to walk out the principles that I know I'm supposed to do. All right, so we are 15 minutes in here, folks. We have the green light to trade. We got a nice big green candle. We've hit London high. We have Asia high available. Midnight open is still here. Let's mark this drop here and let's look at where we're sitting. We're almost at 50% of that range. The strength is too strong right now for me to say I'm going to go short. And these candles are too big. What I would be looking for is a 5-minute tag here. So I need to wait at least 5 minutes. Or a dip down into this one here. And then that would overlap with this breaker right here. I like that aspect of it. If we go down to the lower time frame, we have this 1 minute right there. If that inverses, there's another 1 minute here, but we would be going down here. I don't like taking the inversion off the first spike. I'd like to see a failure swing, one more try, and then take this inversion down. We haven't been going up long enough for me to want to just aggressively take this short. But if we do get down here, I want to see somewhere around here, this order block here. Here's our low, high, lower, low. Something like that. And most certainly it could find support inside here. that 1 minute fair value gap and just continue its push higher. We got a 1 minute fair value gap right here. This is kind of a low-hanging fruit objective if we're going to push higher. It's the last 1 minute fair value gap before these swing highs that hasn't been tagged yet. What's up, Sir White? How do you get in the Discord? You have to join the Purpose Driven Trader Academy. The Academy is pumped, baby. There's so many good things in it now. I'm so excited about the value that the Academy is now bringing. Not only do you get the 50 videos plus videos and hours of content on learning the strategy and everything that I teach, but it also comes with a 30-day roadmap to learn how to trade the inversion strategy for 30 days, one day at a time, one specific education point at a time. Not only that, but it will also give you access to the full reports inside the Trade Companion, which I'm just launching. I'm excited about what the Trade Companion is going to do. All of that is included for Academy members. It's pretty cool. I'm working on updating my landing pages and websites so that all of this stuff is going to be included in it. All right, so here is our 5-minute tag right there. Let's see here. Do I want to continue this way or do I want to go lower here? Let's look here. I'm going to wait for a 1 minute change in state of delivery. I want to find support. I want to find support to go higher. I'm not going to just take this drop at the moment. Yeah, I'll leave this for right now. I want to go long. I just feel like this is too quick of a move to lower. So I'm going to let it do its thing, scare people and going short, and then we can go long. What do we got over here? Let me see what we got. Let's go to the 1 hour. So we just have a wick here. What about on the 15 minute? We have nothing there on the 15 minute. So we're dealing with a wick here on the hourly. So we're gonna mark this wick with this tool here. And I'm going to keep track of what quadrant we're in. So see how we dipped into this right there? That's initially what I'm looking at. I haven't taken a long yet, so let me move that out of the way. Watching the first presented fair value gap here. If we tag 930, I might take that. The risk is pretty minimal here. Go to this, target would be, or the stop would be at that wick right here. But I don't, like I said, I don't want to drag a falling knife here. Alright, I'm going to take an entry right here. Give me a second here. Yeah, I'm going to take an entry right there. Stops at that wick low that I marked.
Order submitted.
Entry was more about here, so my stop is there. I'm trying to get it up on my screen. Alright, so we're in this trade here to go long. Target, I think that is our target right there. That fair value gap. That 1 minute fair value gap. 195 points. Oh, don't get me so excited. I don't want to get too excited here, but that looks really good. What is a 1 minute change in state of delivery? So this right here, see this down close candle? When this candle closes, that will give us a 1 minute, because we're on the 1 minute time frame, and that would be a change in state of delivery, meaning from lower prices to now higher prices. So once that closes, it's official. There it is. We have a 1 minute change in state of delivery right now. Now, 1 minute change in state of delivery is good, but it's superseded by what's happening on the 5 minute. So 5 minute change in state of delivery would be up here. When it closes above here, that's a very good sign. Very good sign that prices are going to hit our target. So that would be the next thing that I'd want to see on a 5 minute perspective. I want to see it hit that level. Then you can go up another time frame, 15 minute. Well, a 15 minute change in state of delivery would be all the way up here. So we can't use that as part of our analysis. I have not, Brian, but I have a lot of people actually use it. A lot of people use my code for it. So I know that it's legit. I have never had anybody come back and tell me that it's a scam. This 1 minute right here is kind of, in my opinion, very important. Holding it. That's not good. Probably gonna run this low at 9:30. I think I want to give myself a little more breathing room on this. Still very, very well within my risk parameters, but in case it's just wanting to wick below here, because see how we wick below here, but we haven't on NQ. This is my analysis. NQ is down here, but MNQ is not matching up exactly. So I'm trying to allow for this sweep right here in case it wants to give it to us. All right, 10 o'clock is about here. That hourly though, my friends. All right, so as long as we close above here, that's kind of a good sign, or what I would want to see. It's probably going to give us some form of wick here. I don't like the hourly closing like this, or the 4 hour. Yeah, we could just give us a nice large retracement, but I mean, all the way up here, that just seems unrealistic right now. I feel like I want to potentially close this position. I don't like this large candle and trying to play against that. You know what I mean? I don't think it's in my favor. And look at those two green candles. Yeah, I think, guys, I'm going to move my stop up if we can. And maybe even take a small profit. Or at least to break even. Let's put it at the bottom of this candle. You know what? I'm getting a feeling here. I'm going to close this position. I'm closing it. I don't like this 15 minute and a 15 minute and then anticipate another 15 minute to go higher. That's unrealistic. Even if it does do that, guys, I'm not going to put my why risk money when I know the odds of that are not very good. That's not in my favor. It's more likely to move lower. So if anything, switch my position and take a short. That would have better odds in my opinion. So I closed that position. I took a $10 loss. It doesn't make sense for me to hold that. Thank you, Jesus, for that little back up into there. We'll take it. The 15-minute analysis is kind of what saved me on this. I'm pretty confident now that we're probably going to push lower. If it does go higher, by all means, do your thing, NQ. That's fine. I'm just not going to be a part of it. also have a 5-minute inversion to the downside right there. I mean, this looks healthy for a short. But do we do that? I don't know. We're consolidating right over 930. I mean, right now, longs look horrible to me. Shorts look good. I just need to decide if I want to do something here or not. And where do we go? What are we going to go to? Are we going to go into the second quadrant here? You know, maybe the 15-minute candle is going to give us a doji candle here, and then the next candle goes higher. I mean, look back and look at how many times we get 3 bar coding candles in a row. Very, very seldom do we get that. I'm looking for one right now. Here's one, but that's really small movement. Our candles that we're dealing with were this size here. That's straight consolidation. That doesn't count. Here we go. Here's an example. This looks like that sucks right there. Size of those candles are 81 points. So up, down, down. Okay. So depending on what happens on this third candle, this is like that. This is what I'm referring to by this discretionary perspective. Like, I've seen this happen so rarely. If we get one of these that goes up, we either continue higher or we look for a rejection immediately, and if we come back down here, we could potentially take the trade short. That's the discretionary perspective I'm referring to, because I've seen this not happen so many times, but when it does happen, it kind of gives us a clue on what's going to happen. But it happens so rarely that I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to anticipate that this is going to move higher. It just doesn't make sense. I truthfully, I would like to take longs. But, I mean, let's just be real. Market's dropping. Why try to fight it? I mean, look at that 4 hour. Look at that bad boy. I don't even care. I don't even care. Go ahead. Go without me. I don't even care. I'm going to protect my accounts. Your first job is to protect your assets. You're a risk manager first and foremost. If something, how many of you have done this? You take an impulsive trade. I've done it. You take an impulsive trade, and then you see something in the market that doesn't look like it's your favor, but the candlesticks are like giving you a glimmer of hope. So instead of closing it, you hold on to it just to see, because just maybe it's just gonna go in my direction, even though I've seen this 100 times. And I know that this is truly a sign that it's gonna go lower, but there has been times where it doesn't. So maybe this is one of them. And you sit in the trade and you average down because you don't want to accept a loss. Yeah, exactly. Just to see hope, and then bam, minus $800. Smack in the face. It's happened all the time. It's happened all the time to me. So your ability to recognize when you have a loser, and then say that you have a loser, and then accept that it's a loser and get out of the trade. Even if it goes in your favor, who freaking cares? I mean, look, this is going in my favor right now. Is it going to last? We got 7 more minutes on this 15-minute candle. That's a lot of time for it to go like that and smack me in the face. Remember, it only needs 1 minute. All this can be gone in a single minute candle. Single minute. It could go like this for 14 minutes. And then that last minute, it goes schlop right in your face. That's how candles typically work. In the last minute, you see its true colors of where it's going. So on these larger candles, this is why the concept of AMD is so important. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. All right? So we're sitting here waiting for this to decide what it's going to do. Let me expand this here real quick. Okay, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? This is what I talk about all the time. It looks like a heartbeat. But think of it this way. All right? Here's how you need to look at it. This, let's say we're referring to a 15-minute candle, okay? This is a 15-minute candle. 15-minute, okay? Let me increase the size here, make this obvious. Okay, this is a 15-minute candle right here. Or this is representing the total movement of 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes, one whole movement. This is how you should look at it, okay? Ready? The first 5 minutes is there. The second 5 minutes is there. And then the last 5 minutes is here. Okay? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. And this last 5 minutes is the most important. What it's doing in the last 5 minutes. What did I just say? Look at this candle now. That was all green before. Now it's black. This is how you need to look at the market. This is why AMD is so powerful and so important. Okay? Because when you have longer periods of time, this is how the candle typically plays out. Now watch this. I'm going to take this 15-minute candle right here, and I'm going to go down to a 1-minute chart, and we're going to see what that looks like. Okay? Let's do this candle here. Okay? Or we could go a 30-second time frame. Okay? If we go down to the 1-minute chart, when did that start here? It started right here. Okay? Our box is starting right here. This is the time frame that we're looking at. Okay? This is the period of time that I'm referring to. And it's going to end at right there. Okay? So what did we get? Accumulation, manipulation, potential distribution. We have how many more minutes left? We have 5 minutes left. Okay? 5 minutes left. This is how price works and how you need to look at higher time frame candles in a lower time frame perspective. This is the lower time frame perspective that I constantly refer, and it's why I'm watching. And that's why when I'm looking at a 1-minute time frame and I say, "Oh, the 15-minute just closed, gave us an inversion," because I'm looking at candlesticks from that perspective. So what are we getting? Accumulation here, our manipulation, and probably our distribution. It happens to be the right time to where we're going to get this expansion, most likely. But if we don't, what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, from my perspective, it means we're in consolidation, and we shouldn't be doing anything anyway. Consolidation here. Is this consolidation? We're going to find out in the next 4 minutes. Okay? If it stays here, then that means, hey, hands off and I'm sitting. You see what I mean? So when you're looking at these higher time frames, this is what's happening underneath. That's what's happening underneath, and why I can say, oh, we're only 5 minutes into this 15-minute candle. That's what I'm saying when I'm referring to that. I'm saying, guys, we have so much more time for AMD to play out on a 15-minute candle. Anything could happen. We need to be patient. We need to wait towards the end of that 15-minute candle to see. Now, there are times that price will do this: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. And that's what it will look like. That's also a possibility. But we generally look at price from this perspective. You will know when this happens. Why? Because that first minute is so explosive. It's so explosive that you're like, this doesn't want to come back down. That's how you know that something's expanding. Let's give an illustration. Let's look at 9:30. 9:30. What happened at 9:30? We gave the manipulation so quickly. We hit a key level, and then what did we do right away? The next two candles were bullish. That right there told me I don't think this is going to be a normal AMD candle, 15-minute candle. That's why I like the 15-minute to play out. I want to see the lower time frame from that 15-minute perspective, and this is how it does it. Okay, so this is an example of one where it doesn't follow. Initially sweeping liquidity, hitting the monthly wick, or that wick right here, dipping into that wick, a rejection block, and then immediately rejecting it right away. I could tell you, I'm like, this is gonna go higher. Then this candle gave me the clue on the lower time frame respecting 9:30. So I knew it wasn't going to come right back down right away. Where's the 15-minute candle end? Right here. That's where the 15-minute candle end. So it went manipulation, distribution right away. That's how you know. That first candle or two on the new candle will be so algorithmic that you're just gonna know things are happening. And that just comes with watching price over time. You just become confident in that. All right, what's happening? Last minute, look at this candle. Last minute, look at this candle. Here's the 15-minute. Look how it closed. Just like that. Now, this is where price could actually go higher, because it didn't run the low on this 15-minute candle, but it still could run lower. Okay? There's a free lesson for you. If you think you like that, you're going to like the Academy, because this is what I teach throughout the entire Academy. Alex, are you inside the Academy? I can't remember. We have like almost 300 people in there. So the trade companion that I just made, it will actually make any of these indicators for you. Like, I just did a video yesterday, and it took me, get this, it took me 20 minutes to input the idea into the trade companion, for it to create the code, to then back test it for over a year, to then give me the results, and then for me to stress test it, put it inside my prop firm analyzer to figure out if it would survive a prop firm, and then gave me a plan on how to pass my prop firm, how to build a buffer, and get your first payout. And I did all of that in 20 minutes with zero strategy. The trade companion is going to change the way people are able to back test ideas. You can go from just an idea to actually seeing it on your chart in minutes. I'm so excited. This is going to be free for everybody. You'll be able to get access to it. I'm going to be launching it here in the next week or two. But those inside the Academy, those inside the academy will get access to it first, and they get the pro reports. But it's you could use that to help make iterations. So let's just say, for example, you put in an idea, the Trade Companion will give you a rating, A, B, C, or D, or F, and it comes out to be a B. You're like, okay, that's okay, but it's not good enough. You can actually ask it, let's make some modifications based on the backtesting you did. Where do you see the weaknesses in this model? It will do the research, look at TradingView, give you the results back, and then say, I think we can modify it here. And you can it'll change it for you, then go back test it for you, and it will do that in about 4 minutes. Compared to trying to come up with the idea on day one, back testing it for the rest of the week to see if it's a legitimate strategy or not. And then by the end of that 5 days, you realize that that was a losing strategy anyway, and you just wasted a whole week. Where now you can do that whole iteration in 20 minutes. I'm so excited on what this could do for people, for those that really want to take advantage of it. So, why am I saying that to you? Is I would love to see what indicator you have, because I probably would go and modify it and change it and see if there's any way to improve it. Because why not? Why not? Because we can improve things so quickly now. I also have a button on there where you can it'll search the web for a popular strategy, or you could go in there and say, hey, Trader Kane or ICT's silver bullet. Would you go and find ICT's silver bullet, find out the rules for it, research it, and then put together a model and a strategy for that, and then back test it for over a year? It will go search the web, find that information, create the Pine script code, upload it into TradingView, back test it, and give you the results in less than 20 minutes. Thanks, Alex. I'll take a look at it, but I'm pumped. So what are we seeing right here? We are seeing consolidation right now. I don't want to do anything right now. It's looking as if we want to go lower, but I want to see a little more evidence for that. So how would I want to take advantage of this? Is I would want to see some displacement, and then a retest, rejection, and then I would look at going lower. Because if it continues to do this consolidation, or if it wicks here and then it closes, up here, it's probably going to run all of this right here. It's probably going to run that. One thing I do have, maybe it's similar to what you made, but I have an indicator that I made, which is the higher time frame candles. So it looks like that, and then I can actually, let's just say I want to just do the 2 slots. I can do the 15-minute candle and then the hourly candle here, and we'll make these black. I'm assuming yours overlaps with them though. That's what I'm getting. Is it's directly over it? It's not off to the right, correct? So many times I'll have this right there, so I can see it. So that's where the 15-minute is, and it overlaps with the exact levels. Your overlays, got it. So you can see the lines that it puts here, so it's following that line for that current candle. I don't like necessarily the lines. All right, so see how it's now reacting? This is what I'm talking about. That if I see that kind of stuff, I might actually look at getting involved. Higher time frame. I want to hide those for right now. There's the inversion. Nice quick inversion without a sweep. I'm not necessarily excited about that because what did we not see right here? We didn't see the manipulation coming outside of the consolidation to move higher. It doesn't have to, but I don't want to assume it's not going to do that. So these candles, while they look enticing, the thing we're missing is the manipulation. Maybe it was this candle here. Sure, it could be that candle. So if it's going to be that, then what can we look from this candle right here? Well, we have a breaker as a result of that right there. This candle's the low, so we got the low, high, lower, low. If we're not going to get the manipulation lower and this is the manipulation and we miss the initial move right here, we can take the breaker right here to go higher. But I'm still not convinced about anything yet, so we're gonna just let this play out. I'm not a fan of volume profile. I don't care about volume as much. Now for an indicator or for a strategy, you could probably use it to your advantage. But it's just too much information for my brain. I ain't no AI. So you look at this right here. Inversion, small form of liquidity. This looks good to actually run. That would be of interest. If it wasn't already down here, that would be something that you could potentially take. Yeah, look at the wicks here. 18 seconds left on that 5 minute. All right, it didn't close. It's still closed inside of that fair value gap. See, because we had to include that volume imbalance right there. So this is not something I'd do right now, especially inside this consolidation. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. My levels are still the same. See how it's coming right back? Whoops. See how it's coming right back because we included that volume imbalance? It's so important you include volume imbalances. What's up, AMS? If this closes right here, this could be a nice, easy, quick scalp. I might take that. Nope, it did not close below it. I'm looking at that sweep right there and the fact that we've been consolidating, and from a 5 minute perspective, we got a bunch of wicks right here that it's going to want to expand. 15 minute has 2 minutes left as well. So either we go up right now or it's going to expand lower. 2 candles in a row wicking like that just doesn't make sense to me. So this is why I'm interested in potentially this short. $30 does not look good at all. There's no inversions that I can participate in. There is one it took right there, but I don't care about that. So we got to stay on the 1 minute. Let's see if it gives it to us. I think this is worth the risk. Look at that. It's still not doing it. 1 minute left. We're going to miss it. If it drops, we're going to miss it. Because by the time it closes here, it'd be another doji candle. So I'm anticipating that this 15-minute candle, the last one in that 15-minute candle, is either going to push higher or push lower, but not stay right here. Oh, we got 2 minutes left? We got 2 minutes. Okay, we got 2 minutes. It's 9:28 or 10:28. All right, I think I'm going to enter right here. This is me discretionarily entering early. Okay, there's the official close. 1 minute left. It could expand against us. I'm okay with that. Stop will be a close above this fair value gap right now, but I'm hoping in this last minute we get a nice little push right down to here. $15-minute right here, 34 seconds. Nice big candle, unfortunately. New 15-minute candle. This could just push right through. From a 5-minute, gives us a green candle here. That's not good. 15-minute gave us that green candle. That's fine. I'm still convinced on the lower 15-minute change in state of delivery right there. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with holding is what I'm saying. Until it closes above here. I'll accept that loss. I would consider longs, but up here. Here we go. Drops happening. It's going to be right here. Gonna look at 599 as my target. I'm gonna do the quadrant level there.
Order submitted.
Right here is my target.
Order submitted.
All right, new 15-minute or new 5-minute candle. Okay, we closed below everything but above this wick. I want to see another push right now. I never like to see this where you get a black candle with an expansion followed by the green candle and then the next black candle doesn't close below the green candle. I never like that. That usually tells me we're going up to this fair value gap. But I've been wrong, and this is one of those cases where it's like, don't meddle in the middle of the trade. Let the trade play out. It's in your favor right now. And just let it play. Stop is at this high. I haven't moved my stop to break even yet. It's sitting right at 930. Or my break even point is at 930. So it's about right there. So 35 points. We've ran 76 points. I won 118. It's 117. That's a very bullish candle right there, folks. That's not good. This now could be viewed as manipulation to then go higher. We're seeing how it closes here. Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna go long.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order canceled.
Let's see if it turns into something, or if I was wrong. If it comes right back down, I'm calling it quits, folks. You don't ignore that kind of candle. That's what I guess the 5 minute hasn't closed yet, so might be early. I've been up 50 points, almost 2 trades. Get stopped at break even, or took a loss on it. Crazy. Come on. Do me a solid and just pump right here. Just pump. Like, go ballistic. Everybody that was in a short, just throw them out. Now, go higher. All right, so there's the 5 minute close. 5 minute change in state of delivery. And let's just see nice big 5 minute candles. We got low resistance liquidity. There's nothing stopping it right here. If we can get past that first one, that's a big deal. If we can get past this first one, that's what I'm looking for. What's up? Good morning. Oh gosh darn it. I want this to turn into a wick from the 5 minute perspective. If it starts getting down underneath this 5 minute, then we're done. I'm preparing to take a loss. That's what's happening right now. It's hurting. It's hurting right now. It's hurting. Oh my gosh. And stop's gonna be at that low. If we run that low, I'm done.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Dang it. Majorly disappointing. We had that all right up to the last manipulation candle. It got me. All right, stopped out there, guys. We're gonna be done. I'm done. Dang it. That's disappointing. The fall looks good, yes. Let's do the affirmation for today. I have that. That's so disappointing. I've accepted. I mean, I accepted the loss. That's just, what a slap in the face. All right, so our affirmation is based on Romans. I was reading Romans this morning. Here's our affirmation for this morning. Romans chapter 6, verse 11 and 18. I have died to sin, and it no longer rules over me. I'm not a slave to fear, impulse, or old patterns. In Christ, I am alive to God and free to walk in righteousness. I trade with self-control, discipline, and a renewed mind. I do not return to bondage because I'm free. I move forward in freedom and obedience. I move forward in freedom and obedience. Yes and amen. Yes and amen. I don't know what happened there. Isn't this song about freedom in Christ? I am no longer bound. Yeah, I think that's what that is. Take a screenshot of that if you want it. But we're gonna end here, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. You guys have a blessed day. We'll be back here tomorrow. I hope you learned something, even in the midst of that loss. We had two greens that one back at break even, the other just rejected our trade completely. That was disappointing. But I think there are some good lessons in today. So with that, guys, we're gonna call it here. God bless. Stay safe, and we will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.